Hi guys, Mr. Jars here. This is my 10th episode of my Let's Play Hearts of Iron 3 United Kingdom series. I hope you're all psyched, because I'm really psyched about this. It's the first recording I've done since I got back from Cambridge. And this is the reason I'm psyched. And look at this, things are really kicking off now. We've got the assault on the Low Countries has begun. France is desperately redeploying units from the Maginot Line to reinforce the Netherlands and Belgium, and there is a possibility that along these river lines, along the Ruhr and the Rhine, and around Antwerp, that there are some potentially strong positions for the Allies here, for the European Allies. Unfortunately, I'm not in a great position to support. I do have some spare units here, but it's really something quite negligible, and I could thin out my garrisons, but I'm a bit reluctant to do that. So, unfortunately, I'm going to have to leave the European allies to fight for themselves for now, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to support them. That's right. That's because that's right. You know, the campaign in North Africa has now been wrapped up. Got this one province to conquer, but I know, but it doesn't mean anything. And the campaign in Ethiopia is all about over, and that means that we have now an option to whether we strike at Italy and try and divert some divisions away from the north, particularly putting more pressure on Italy. Yes, that's what we're going to do. So we're going to attack Sicily for now. The Sicily is the gateway to Italy, really. Sicily and Sardinia. Either of them possess quite large ports, quite close to the boot, both of which can be used to support an invasion against Rome or against Naples. But the reason I particularly like Sicily is it's so thin. You can attack the boot here and here, and encircle and destroy a large number of Italian divisions without really putting yourself at much risk. So that's going to be the plan, really. So before we do that, I'm just going to recall my units back to ports. Not that one, obviously. We don't want them to recover. So I'm just sending my units back to ports so where they can be picked up, ready for the invasion. I do need to find... Oh yes, before I forget, I'm going to redeploy my new carrier air... Well, not my new carrier air group, my carrier air group to my new carrier, HMS Formidable. Or as I said, HMS Victorious. As you all know, that is the correct name. That is, don't lie, that's what I just said. We're going to be using my reserve screens as a sort of very basic screen to take it down to Gibraltar, where it will reinforce the first carrier fleet. So bring this up to a full-strength carrier fleet with 5 carriers and 6 light cruisers. That is going to be a pretty formidable force, and that's something which is going to be a necessity really to take on Japan and for the long haul. So we're going to start time here. I realised in the last video that this is really rather painful, that I had my fighter group in Malta on naval strike when I meant to have it on air superiority or intercept. So ultimately, they weren't doing anything. They were doing nothing, and they weren't supporting, and I was putting them at quite a big risk, really. So not exactly favourable there. You can see that they found some supplies, but they're dead now, so it's all fine. Yeah, the campaign in Ethiopia wasn't a fight, because Britain seals both the Strait of Gibraltar and the Suez Canal when Italy goes to war with Britain. So that means that Italian convoys can't reach Ethiopia no matter what. So in lots of ways, these troops have no supply. Ethiopia just lacks the ability to supply them. It's not industrialised enough. So these any troops that you have in Ethiopia are at immense risk. You know, you should at least have nothing there. At most, you should have 2 divisions, maybe 2 divisions of just infantry. You can see Germany has invested quite a lot in infantry, certainly more than I would do so in this scenario. But you know, I'm not the AI. Obviously, I do stuff relatively well, and the AI does not. So, the moral of the story is, kids, don't trust the AI, ever. The AI is awful at everything. You can see I'm starting to get a little bit blasé in the way I handle my transports here. And that's because given the blow to the Regia Marina I dealt in the last video, I'm not really... Oh look, France has made a landing in Albania. With no port though, so they might be fucked. So without the Regia Marina, or indeed the Kriegsmarine, or anything, the hostile naval forces in the area are very, very weak. At best, they'll be confronted by something. I don't know what it is. I'm going to take these off Port Strike. I forgot to do that. So we're going to swap these out and swap my fresh carrier air group in, just to make sure that I'm going to keep my carrier fleet out, I think, before I bring in HMS. Victorious. Yes, I got that right this time. I'm going to check the status of my destroyers. I'm wary they're being naval strike. I'm going to get these guys back to Grimsby. They're under quite a lot of fire. And with that in mind, we're going to send my repaired group to go and fight. Not go and fight, but go and scout anyway. These guys just won't die. I'm trying to chase them down. I want this corps out of Ethiopia ASAP. It's not doing anything, so might as well have it go and fight somewhere. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take these units out of here, just make sure my HQs and corps and armies and things are consolidated, and then I'm going to launch the attack on Italy. And as you probably gathered, I will be attacking not Palamaro, that's strong. We won't be attacking here either, or here. I suspect what will happen is I will land 2 divisions here and here, and maybe another 3 divisions here as a blocking force, where we can take this port, and that will supply this. That's the sole purpose of that, is to... Oh, I should have accepted transit rights from Liberia. I really need those transit rights, it's crucial. So we'll be destroying a few garrisons. I know they're only garrisons, but the same applies to land units as to what has happened. I've lost my transport fleet. Forgive me for this. 5th transport fleet. No. Third transport fleet is on the move. There we are. Farborg. We won the Battle of Farborg again. That was a relatively good battle for them. I lost like 20 men or something. You can see they're really pushing through the plains of the Netherlands. Certainly the Dutch haven't been able to put any resistance at all, and I fear that Amsterdam will fall very quickly. Not overly surprised by that. I was about to try some bombing. I'm going to put these on defensive stance, as I fear they will be intercepted. And this is a really token support I can offer the Allies right now. But I just want to... I'll be keeping an eye on the... Yeah, we've already been engaged, so we're just going to pull out. Run! Oh, look! I found the Regia Marina. Some transports. And they're carrying a division, so I want to kill them. This will be fun. Wouldn't want to be on those boats right now. Yeah, they're dead. Someone said to me the other day they didn't know why transports didn't have any anti-aircraft defences. On Hearts of Iron, that is. I suppose the reason for that is transports in Hearts of Iron are supposed to model, like in reality, the vast majority of transports used by navies weren't actually purpose-built. They were simply like cruise liners that were converted, or freighters that were converted, and these ships historically did not have anti-aircraft defences, or at least anti-aircraft defences which were modern. i.e. people always quote that the Queen Mary, which is a cruise liner used by the British during World War II, had anti-aircraft defences. So, you know, why can't everyone else have anti-aircraft defences? But the point is, Queen Mary's anti-aircraft defences were manned. They were, like, manually operated. So, they were really token because they couldn't use the guns fast enough and move them fast enough with enough accuracy to actually pose any threat at all to any potential enemies or potential bombers. So they were a bit obsolete. And maybe, yes, if you invest in you know, in the relevant text, then they should improve. But even so, I think that's a bit weird. I think I prefer the balance of having transports hideously undefended. You can see my order of battle here has sort of got a bit messed up. The 9th Corps. Let's just take the whole lot. We'll take the whole lot to Tripoli. I think that's the best idea. We've got some more IC to spend. I definitely think we need more fighters, or multi-roles. I know I call them fighters. I mainly use them as fighters. I don't know how long this episode is going to be. I don't know how long I have to record. Now my brother is home, I feel much more self-conscious about recording. Certainly feels a bit weird with my family around, so I don't want to annoy them. I don't want to annoy you guys either. So it's going to be sort of a bit of a delicate balance, to be honest. You've probably noticed that my lone destroyers are getting ravaged by, or indeed my cruisers as well, are getting ravaged by enemy naval bombers, and I'm sorry, but you know, I like having that sight, and I think the sight is worth it. I don't care at all for those destroyers, so they can die. Italy, well, France better really step up its pace here, otherwise these guys are going to run out of the 30 days of supply that they have. I might just speed things up for a bit, just up to speed 3. You can see my carriers have now arrived. I've forgotten where I put my carrier fleet now. So we'll be putting Victorious. They have no fuel. Get fuel, damn you. We'll be obviously be putting the carrier. Well, Victorious will go with the first carrier fleet. My destroyers will go home. Oh, we've got some radar stations in Malta. That's nice. My marines I am going to use to assault this port here. It's not particularly well defended. It's plains, and I will support the attack with infantry from Gela. I really want to overwhelm that one division we have there, so I'm actually going to start bombing it right now, and actually put my fighters on air intercept across the whole sort of... What's going on? Why can't I click? Superiority. Hang on, let's try this again. Air intercept. Over the whole sort of Palermo, Sicily, lower... What do they call this region? Reggio di Calabria. Sorry, I can't pronounce Italian. I can't speak Italian. I can't speak a single language. Yeah, I can't speak a single language, but I am speaking in fluent English right now. It's amazing, actually. I've managed to grasp English, even though I don't even speak it. It's amazing. The reserve screens are going home. I'm calling them reserve screens. I can't bother to rename them. I think I actually have some A-class destroyers here as well. I won't just throw those away carelessly. I do care a little bit more for them than my V-class Tech 1 destroyers. So we're going to take the Royal Marine Corps. We will be assaulting Syracuse with 4 Marine divisions, and if I will have a 5th, just in reserve, really. I want to make sure that my heaviest guns are out to support this assault. So, which has the most battleships? This third battle fleet has a ton of ships. I'll put that out. We see we've got quite a lot of IC just freed up because we have just built a tactical bomber, which will go and reinforce the third tactical group, freeing up some more IC. I fear. Well, how far? What have I got researched? I'm going to research medium tanks. I know I said I wasn't, but actually, thinking about fighting in mainland Europe, I'm going to need something with a bit of punch. And certainly my light armour is good. It just doesn't have that quite as comfortably as more normal armour has. I'm also going to, once we finish these two, going to make sure I don't forget these ones, because obviously I've forgotten them a little bit. So I'm going to build, having talked about how light armour is insufficient, I'm going to build 2 more divisions of light armour. It's not insufficient, it's perfectly good. You can see here my fighters are doing exactly what I wanted them to, and protecting my battle fleets from enemy fighter action. So my marines are in place almost. Now it's time to get my infantry into place. My infantry, well, 1 corps of infantry will land here. 2 divisions will land in these 2 provinces, and I will send out another battle fleet to support that. Air launch torpedo Tech 4. I'm going to keep that in the queue, but I'm not going to put it up to the top. So this is now the beginning of the 4th tactical group. We'll go to the home command for now. We don't want strategic bombers, we want Broadhurst, who is a tank buster. So you can see that we are getting naval strikes against us. They are still doing that. I expected as much. Starting to hurt these brigades a little bit. Not too much, mind you. You see, they have 7 naval bombers in Palomaro, which is quite a significant force, actually. Oh dear. Definitely the Germans are gaining momentum. They've pushed the Allies off this river line here. It looks as if the rest are just retreating in complete disarray. I mean, this does not look like a coherent force here. This here looks like a strong force, but not organised correctly. Here it looks like they could incur quite a massive stacking penalty. Indeed, the Maginot line is actually pretty thin right now. Things are not looking good for France. Things tend to not look good for France, as a general rule. They are a very hard nation to play in Hearts of Iron. And indeed, to an extent, yes, so indeed to an extent, you know, they should lose. So I don't really have quarrel with the fact that they lose. I have some quarrel with the fact that they are nerfed so much. France, you know, was not. You know, fate does not dictate that France had to lose World War II. Certainly to the extent that they did. I hate the fact that they put very gamey seeming population crisis modifiers and things like that into France, which was obviously not historically the case. France was not having a population crisis in 1936 to 1934 or 48. I'm sorry, this is not a great organisation here. I did let my order of battle go to shit a bit, and that's the problem. Whenever you watch your videos back, you think at the time you're doing all right, but then of course you watch them back and you realise you made hideous mistakes, and I don't like that. It's not nice. They just don't want to join me. No one wants to join me. I will invite. No. Neither of them want to join the Allies. We're too horrible. We are a really horrible bunch, the Allies. Defending freedom, all that, you know. What bastards. My Spitfires seem to be lagging behind my Typhoons in tech. I'm going to look up why that is. Can't see why. They should be the same tech level, really. We're getting hurt quite a lot by this 1 AA brigade, but I think the cost in org and cost in strength to the Italians is definitely worth it. We're not going to worry about our armour quite yet. I know that the armour will be a follow-up wave. We won't really need to use them in the initial assault. So we're going to pick up these 5 divisions, we'll take them to Malta, and then I will make my initial landing, which I hope will be alright, obviously. Well, I hope you're all enjoying these videos. I'm still enjoying making them. It's quite nice to have a little break. I did feel quite intense at the end of last week. And I'm not sure how long or how many I'm going to get out this week. I've just realised I'm running out of battery, so excuse me whilst I find my charger. I am doing this on my laptop. So, yeah. I'm in this very strange situation. I expect this is pretty unique, where my laptop is significantly better than my desktop. I don't think I can say that many people have that situation. Well, actually, I know that I can say that lots of people don't have that situation. I'll only be attacking this province here. What's going on? Not port strike. Gun attack. We'll be attacking it with carrier groups. They won't do much, but they will help. So, as I said, this is the time for the invasion. I always find offloading units easily is very difficult. Unless you just lump everything down in one go, I find it quite difficult to actually get my units to go where they want. So we're deploying 3 divisions into this province here. It's a hill province as well, so that really helps us. So you can see they're trying to block us. I don't know why the AI always tries to block us. I'm going to stop these guys from attacking now, and we'll attack with this group now, the 2nd Tactical Wing. No, stop. I want you both to attack. Yeah. So we're pushing through here, as we expected. Definitely don't have much of an answer to this. Oh no, look, they're sending out some transports. We've got to be careful here. So their transports died again. The first battle fleet was unsurprisingly better. The fact that they still have some transports left is quite funny though, because it means that they still have something which would be able to with something that would still be able to resist my or which more importantly it would be able to invade North Africa. I'm not only not being very coherent today, guys. I wasn't expecting to get an episode out today. I was quite busy in the morning and I got up quite late. And then I found an opportunity to do so, so that's why we're getting one. You're having a surprise video. I'm sorry my commentary isn't great. Unfortunately, I can't keep up 5-star commentary all the time, you know. My commentary is amazing as well. So what I said about this all going wrong... I just realised what I did, sorry. I want 4 Marine divisions to come, but I also want 2 infantry divisions to come. and the reason for that is because they want to attack Syracuse from 2 directions at the same time. So we'll be attacking Gela, or Gila. Gula. You can see the AI is panicking. They've seen me make a landing, and now they're really rushing divisions everywhere. They think that this is the mainland landing. This is simply a blocking force, preventing reinforcements from crossing the Straits of Messina, entering Italy proper, entering Sardinia even, Sicily. I'm sorry guys. Shameful display. Selecting... Dilemma. I just remembered how to do this. Sorry, that was a brain dead moment there. These defenders should be overwhelmed. We've bombed them something like 20 times in the last week. So this kind of attack, they will have nothing to counter it. Syracuse we want. I don't know if it's a massive port. It's not a massive port. It's a level 1 port. But these 4 ports here and Syracuse will easily be able to supply my men. And this will be the initial opening to how I can open up Sardinia, Sicily. No, I don't want to give away my rare materials. Even for precious money, we won't give away my rare materials. I still carry some more weight here. Oh, okay, we'll just take everything. I see what I want to do here. They've left a port undefended. When you see garrisons moving around like this, you know that they're using strategic redeployment, which is very good because it means that their attack delay will be massive. So they won't really be able to... oh, look at that! They just got in there. Because HQs usually have a speed of 1 kilometre an hour, which is negligible to say the least. Carrier air groups aren't great at ground attack, so I'm going to take those out and send in my bombers. I was using them simply as an opportunity presented itself. We will be deploying by new HMS Sheffield in Hull. See, look, these naval bombers have been ripping me to shreds. So I'm going to redeploy these multi-rolls to Lowestoft and actually make them immediately intercept anything. If you shift-click, you can add individual provinces, by the way. That was something I discovered recently. Definitely very helpful. The transport fleet. We will be landing once we get rid of this attack delay. Yes, I need more. We're going to build some close air support. 1 wing of close air support for now. I usually tend to stay away from close air support because I don't like their range. But because we're investing a lot in light aircraft as it is, it does feel sensible to build them over tactical bombers because we can save some leadership there. It looks as if they're trying to attack us. Attacking us with garrisons would be very silly. They have absolutely terrible defense attack stats, garrisons, for obvious reasons, really. I thought I sent more than that in. Where's this going? I want them to join in here. We should push through here. This is not the best attack I've ever done, guys, so don't judge me on this one. This is only a level 1 port 2. Looks like we have a level port 2 here. Level 2 port here. But our main objective is of course Palermo. Terrain isn't great in Sicily. Terrain in Italy isn't great actually. It's just fair to say, I think. Right. Just trying to beat this garrison division back here. Oh yes, Joanquist, I'd like to just thank you for saying this. He called my this is one of my, well, I suppose you could call him a friend from the group, and he called my commentary coherent. I have to say I don't think I've done any coherent commentary at all in this game. It feels like a lot of rambling to me. It definitely feels like something which has not been very cohesive. Everything's been a bit random. I don't really know what's going on lots of the time, and yeah, it just doesn't seem to be very coherent to me. But thank you very much. That means a lot to me. Getting your feedback is very helpful, guys. Oh no, the Germans are coming. The attack in the Low Country seems to have stalled. Yeah, your comments are very helpful to me. Whether that be on YouTube, whether that be on Hearts of Iron, just a normal multiplayer game, whether that be on my Steam group or on the forums. Once I've got a few more episodes out, or maybe I've finished the series, I'm going to put this. Going to put a link to this series onto the Paradox Plaza forums. Just to see if anyone really wants to listen. That's punishable, or wants to watch more accurately. I know lots of the forum lizards have a sort of quite refined taste when it comes to games. I hope people deem my play not to be totally shit. I deem my play to be alright. I don't deem myself to be a very good player. I can certainly handle myself alright in a multiplayer game, but whether that means that I'm that great, I don't think so. I definitely don't think so. I think I still make quite a lot of amateur mistakes. Pushing through here, it's a bit bloody. I would have rather not got so bloody. I've created a mini encirclement. I'm just trying to break up the Italian garrisons here. I'm actually loading up my armour. They've left their ports undefended, so I'm going to punish them for this. Whenever an enemy leaves a port undefended, try to punish it. Really punish them. Punish. You should always be trying to punish your opponent as it is. You know, I don't let my opponents, I don't let my enemy get out of a situation easily. You probably noticed that with the naval combat. I'd always try to finish them off. I'd always try to destroy them. I'd always try to get into that situation where they wouldn't be able to do anything. Oh, that's a big battle. The losses I don't like, but definitely the losses went in our favour. Of course, that doesn't make the fact that we had a lot of losses any better. It just makes it. We're going to push. No, we're not. We're just going to attack here and bring in my armour. Start really breaking up these garrisons. Just make sure that they have nothing, nowhere they can go. I am quite slightly worried by these German divisions coming. But I do actually have another very gamey tactic here, which is going to be, because there are flood divisions into these three provinces, because again it's only 2 provinces wide here and here, I can do naval invasions with my ease and encircle and destroy, which is something I look to do all the way up to the Italian peninsula. It gets a little bit difficult beyond Rome, as the peninsula actually widens, so it makes it quite a lot more difficult. A bit of a standoff in Europe right now. I say a bit of a standoff, there'll be a lot of combat going on right now, and I expect we're just waiting to see the Germans push through. We have attacked the enemy somewhere. I noticed that in the log. Don't want to do that. That's hills. No, just no. We'll blitz through this one garrison here with this armour. Trying to use my air support more effectively here. Definitely failing at that. Definitely failing at that. We're being attacked by a garrison division. I'm not overly worried about that. The province they are attacking is mountainous, or it's hilly anyway. And garrisons have absolutely appalling attack stats, so yes, don't worry, I'm not overly concerned about that. I will be using my other bombers. Am I bombing with 2 bomber wings? Yeah. Whilst to remind me, I will be attacking Messina with my carrier air groups, or 1 carrier air group. We'll really punish them here. We'll try and get some. Oh, this is the damaged one. We won't use this one. We'll use this one. So I played some tennis today, guys. That was good fun. I can fairly resoundingly say that I suck at tennis, but it's still great fun. I do really love the sport. They're attacking us with 3 divisions now, so it's time to push back. Where is my transports? Let's find them. Here they are. We'll go and get the rest of this armoured core. Just make sure everything's on Sicily for now. Right, so we'll be attacking with these 4 divisions. Definitely no difficulty there. I did the support attack order from across the strait. I'm hoping these guys won't enter the combat too early, because I know they get a big attack penalty across that strait. That's right. Large warship radar. We will research one more level of. It's stopped. I can't research that anymore. That's interesting. I wonder why it's been arranged like that. Radar industry must be at least be 4. So that's probably why I need to research another one. Yeah. Radar efficiency. We won't do that right now. As I said, we need to invest a bit more in our tanks. Tech them up a bit. What type of division? I didn't actually look, that's terrible. So these will go in the 10th Corps. Home Counties Division. I live in the Home Counties. West Sussex. One of the Home Counties, anyway. Quite a lot of Home Counties. So I can also fairly accurately say that the Cambridge graduation ceremony is probably the strangest thing ever. Lots of it is in Latin. It's very, very strange. It's not like Harry Potter. And if you don't know what Harry Potter is, I'm sorry. You just have nothing to do with me anymore. I am a member of the Harry Potter generation, but not quite. I consider myself to be. Definitely they are getting desperate now. What I've cleverly done is I've used my marines to attack land provinces, whilst there's a river here where the marines would really be helpful. So I'm just trying to confuse the enemy. It's a good confusion tactic, you know. Just it's a bit like in Blackadder, where there's the episode where I can't remember what it is. It's with the general guy. And Blackadder asks him, why are you doing the same, why do you have the same tactic time and time again? And the general says, well, that's exactly what they're not expecting, isn't it? It's failed hundreds of times, they just won't be expecting us to do it again. And that feels a little bit like what I'm doing right now. Luckily, this division is wasting itself attacking my infantry in Kefaloon. that place. So I now know they have almost no organisation, so I'm just gonna push them out. They aren't going to be able to fight long. It will be a very quick battle. So I don't know how many divisions we destroyed in Sicily. Certainly quite a few. Not a huge number, mind you. And the majority have just been, well, they've all just been garrisons, so we don't need to worry too much. Well, they're just not very helpful, really. Garrisons. Yeah, these are getting hurt. This is why I need more 4th Tactical Gruppa. This is why I need more fighters. My defences at home aren't very strong. Sikorsky make helicopters as well, but I don't think the General Sikorsky has anything to do with that. So I'm wondering whether Italy has anything at all left, naval-wise. Naval-wise, I don't know whether Germany and Italy have anything left. I hope not. Be good if they don't. It'd be a real pain if they do. I just wish I had something to say. I feel really stupid today. I'm not in a great mood. Well, I'm not in a bad mood. It's because I wasn't expecting to do this today, so I haven't really thought about what I might want to say or anything. A little bit tired, but that's not an excuse really. We will try and invite Canada again, but they don't like us, so they won't join us. And I expect I'll get the same response from South Africa. Maybe I won't offer them alliance. No. I don't know why they're doing this. I don't see how someone can be so closely aligned to the Allies that you can invite them to join, but yet they won't. Surely they should just be aligned further away. Quite a big battle there, actually. That's probably because I was using light armour to attack a poor infrastructure province, poor terrain province even, so that probably is why it got a bit bloody. I'm going to strategically redeploy my armour over to here, and I'm going to just make sure my corps are organised. The 9th Corps will stay as a temporary garrison until my corps in Ethiopia is ready, and my corps in Ethiopia is ready. So what I'm actually going to do is use my 9th Corps as an attack corps. Combined with the Royal Marines, I'll be using that and the Royal Marines to attack through... I don't know, I'm not really sure. I'm kind of making this up as I go along. I haven't really got a definite strategy of how to deal with this right now. I'm going to definitely go and pick up that corps in North Africa, though. In Ethiopia, even. Where are my transports? If I got money for every time I lost my transports, I really would be quite rich. Got him. Panamaro. Well, more quiet everywhere, except for Belgium, where it's very loud. So, whilst we're talking about this series, I'm not about to say we're going to finish this series, by the way, guys. I'm not finishing this series until it's over. Who do you want me to play for my next Let's Play? Because I will do another one. The UK is a fun nation. Obviously, I won't play them again, so I don't think you can get away with asking me to play the UK again if you don't think I played them well enough. Which I certainly don't think I'm doing. You can see we managed to get their bombers here before they did any significant damage. Yeah, I will happily accept proposals for any major. So obviously that's the USA, France, Germany, Italy, the Soviets, Japan, and nationalist China. Nationalist China is not actually a major, but I like to classify nationalist China within that category. I will also accept offers for Spain, whether that be Republican or nationalist. You can vote either way, and Canada. These are the nations I feel that I'm quite interested in doing a Let's Play as. I know Hungary and Romania are quite interesting, but I've done them quite a few times, and I have to say they're a little bit easy, guys. Easy and difficult at the same time. Easy being they don't really have many problems because they're mainly reliant on Germany anyway. And also difficult because they're not very powerful themselves. So this French division has really made a stupid move. They probably could have taken Tirana, but they decided not to try. So we're getting bombed quite heavily in the Straits of Messina. So it's just time to run away, really. There's no point sticking around whilst getting bombed. Making sure these are on carrier air group duty. We're going to send them out in preparation for the invasion, yeah? It's probably be a good time, in a little bit of a lull, to rebase my units, my air units, so they're slightly closer to the action. Revolt risk. Have we got any? A little bit. We'll be using these militia as nothing but partisan hunters. My Ethiopian corps will come to defend Sicily. I won't have a very strong garrison, but I know that Italy won't have anything to attack, really, by sea. Oh, look! One transport. I'm not going to go and hunt that. Definitely looks very well defended as well. Fighters here in a 3 AA level province, so not going to risk it. Definitely things looking pretty grim right now. Although the pace of the advance through the Low Countries has been slowed, you can see Steiner's division, and indeed quite a few other divisions pushing through the Ardennes. They've taken Namur now, which is a bit of a fortress, and now we're pushing on Liège next. If they haven't already got it, actually. I can't see Liège. They might already have it. Yes, they have Liège. They have the fortress city of Liège and the town of Namur, which is slightly worrying for the Belgians, because that means that their only defensive provinces left are those without forts, with the exception of Brussels, which will be very hard to take. It's an urban province as well. But I fear that the situation looks very, very bad right now for the European allies, and I hope they do all right. But right now, it's looking pretty unlikely. There's another AAI I would like to recommend. Really? 17? What? That's got to be wrong. It must mean 1.7. I'm not making 17 spies a day. Hold on. Let's just... 17? That's absolutely ridiculous. I'm doing this as an experiment. If this is true, I should have full spies everywhere, which I don't. And this should immediately spring up to like 10. Come on. What the hell? Why have I 9 spies? This is really random, guys. This is way too high. It also means I've been completely thinking wrong about the definitely been thinking quite wrong about what my missions should be. Should raise the threat of Japan. Should disrupt the unity of Italy. Should increase the threat of Germany as well. I can't believe this. This can't be right. This has to go down, surely. Usually it's just about 0.2, 0.1, 0.3. Those are all kind of proper ratios. Not going to do anything here. We'll just carry on. So Yeah, I'm really confused. Really very confused by this. We'll see if we can strengthen our allies through counter-espionage then. No wonder we had so much spy activity at the beginning. That really confused me. I've never seen so much spy activity before in Hearts of Iron. And if the ratio for spies has been changed, no wonder. But you also feel as if that's way too high, because the maximum number of spies you can have in one country is actually 10. So if you're generating even 4 a day, then you kind of you can fill up a country. You can fill up any country, regardless of losses, very quickly. I'm going to be attaching these to the 2nd Army Group, I think. I don't want to create a whole new army for one corps. Maybe at a later point, but not quite yet. Tank destroyers here. I won't be attacking that province. Oh, it's a plane as well. That's a shame. So, yeah. It's going quite well at the moment. That's another thing I want to avoid saying, by the way. It seems lots of Let's Players have a habit of saying it's going quite well at the moment. When yet often I can see sort of quite fundamental flaws in their gameplay and their quite fundamental mistakes they've made, and I'm sure you all feel the same about me. So I want to make sure I try to avoid saying that, as it sort of just opens myself up to criticism. And although I don't mind criticism, telling me, well, actually, I do mind criticism. I do mind unconstructive criticism. If you just tell me I'm shit, then I don't really have any time for you, to be honest. But I obviously do want to hear if I can improve my game style. If I'm doing something wrong, if you think I could do something better, then please do tell me. I'm interested in hearing your comments, things like that. Certainly, it'd be nice to know how people would handle situations I'm in right now. I would really like to deal with these bloody naval bombers. Now they've got bases even close to Britain. It means they're going to keep ripping up my my destroyers, and I know my destroyers are asking for it, and I've really put them at a lot of risk. In fact, I might have even lost some destroyers. That's what it feels like right now. I don't know where they've all gone, and I don't like the way that losses through yeah, see, look, we've lost 2 destroyer flotillas, and they hadn't even, I don't even know. That's why I don't like the way that Hearts of Iron handles handles fleets being bombed by air wings, because lots of air combat, lots of naval combat is actually air combat, especially in the case of carrier air groups, for instance. You don't want to just, what's happening in the air is just as important as what's happening on the surface. So we're not going to put them in yet. Sorry, I'm breaking a lot. I'm pausing a lot. It's very bad of me. It's very unlike me. Yeah, I'm sorry. The quality of my video would be better next time. I'd like Greece to enter the war right now. It'd be fun. Probably stupidly, Il Douche would still try to invade Greece. I'm sorry. I thought I just saw a fleet. I think I'm hallucinating. It's probably a strong likelihood I'm hallucinating, but I sound like I'm hallucinating. It sounds like I'm on drugs, which I am. No, I'm not. I just want to check it out, really. I don't think there's anything there. I should be being a bit more careful, really, than rather just charging the 3rd battle fleet in. But I'm right, there's nothing there, so. So what do we all think about the latest developments in the Carnage series? It's getting very interesting now. Captain Easy has managed to rescue Italy from the brink of utter collapse when he lost the Regia Marina. He's got a bit of a navy back, and he's dealt some blows to the US Navy, which is quite impressive. And they're pushing the Allies back in France, whilst also pushing the Soviets back in the north of the Soviet Union. In the south, though, the situation seems very mobile. It doesn't seem as if either side has a strong advantage over the other. So it would be interesting to see what the outcome of this one is. The Carnage series is brilliant, by the way, guys. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I will attach a link in this in the description. It's a series of AARs. These are not video AARs; they're proper AARs. Written by Captain Easy and some of his friends, some of his multiplayer friends. And they're really interesting good games. The quality of the games is very high. And they've all been very, very mobile. They've all been very, very interesting. So I would recommend checking them out. They aren't... Some of them, they do seem to have a lot of rules, and that does seem to upset the game for me. I know lots of you will think I'm not actually that great a player, and I make up for that by being quite gamey, and that is definitely true. We can see that the Soviets have now honoured a different part of the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact, and all 3 Baltic states accepted their ultimatum, meaning that stop bombing me, meaning that now the situation is even worse for us, for the Germans even, the Germans. The 3rd battle fleet will come to here. The 1st battle fleet will go to here. I'm preparing for a very big attack right now. Acre will be one target. We will land 2 divisions in Acre and 2 divisions in 3 divisions in Acre. 2 divisions and the HQ in this province. Oh, we can't do that. So we'll take Acre first, and then we'll scuttle over here and take that. My bombers are getting to work now. They're just sort of starting to break down the enemy. I hope my fighters aren't doing too badly. My hierarchy seems in alright condition. Right, so we've taken that province. And you can see the Germans are starting to panic already. And I want to seal off these divisions here. I want to just destroy them. That's my objective. If you probably noticed, I like wiping things off the map. Definitely something you always want to do. You always want to wipe divisions out if you can. You should be looking for opportunities and to create opportunities to wipe divisions out. Because a lost division is a lost manpower investment, it's a lost IC investment, it's a lost readership investment, and you can't get it back. And you'll have to build another one which requires more IC, more leadership, etc, etc, etc. So they're attacking us in Acre now. That's going to prompt me to attack this province. It would really... I wish... I'm alright at pronouncing German and Soviet names. It's just Italian names I get terrible with. We're going to punt through here. You can see they've just been transferred to Italian control. That doesn't change the fact I want to destroy them at all. I'd like to wipe them out as soon as possible. Yeah, that's a point. I'll use this to maintain... We use 1 carrier air group just to maintain very close in air support. We'll delay any attacks coming from the air. Right, where are my transports? Transports have 2 purposes in naval invasions, by the way, guys. The first and most obvious one is to transfer units to the landing beaches and to mount the initial attack. And the second, less obvious, but it's probably slightly more important, is to make sure they are close by so that you can retreat them out of there. You can retreat your forces in like a Dieppe style retreat. So they're not utterly destroyed. We're going to build another multi-role wing. I'm going very Air Force heavy, but I don't think there's anything wrong with that. The Air Force is easier to move about, it's easier to deploy globally than the Army, and the Navy to an extent. The Navy I do probably do better justice of handling. We're getting attacked in Acre again. They're really going to try and break Acre down. And I just want to have these troops in very close standby, so to act as reinforcements when I need them. Where are my bombers? They should be supporting this attack. I'm trying to maintain the organisation of these guys so they don't break out before I destroy them. That has happened before, and it's the most annoying thing in the world, I can tell you. These are German divisions. These are the first German divisions I've really fought, so I'm pretty pleased with the performance of my troops, actually. I was worried they were just going to get steamrolled, and they aren't, which is a good sign. I'm trying to save some of those good commanders for potentially a core level HQ. I'm going to just go be a bugger right now. I'm going to be a real bastard and land some troops in Taranto. I keep checking the front status in France. I need to know when France will die. Dear, very soon is the answer to that. The French, well, the sort of remaining Allied force appears strong, but we know that they've broken through, really. We know that these divisions aren't going to have any problem pushing through. I am starting to tie up a few more Axis divisions in the south of Italy. But that's not going to change the fate of France. I just think it's too late now. It's too late. You can see shore bombardment has been made more effective now. That was a change from before the motherland. I'm very pleased about that change. It seems to make naval support more realistic. We'll land 4 Royal Marine divisions in Taranto. This is just, I think I might just do this to distract them, just to annoy them. Of course, the AI does get annoyed as well. It gets really frustrated sometimes. I don't know about the answer of this, what the name of this video should be. I'm drifting towards something about feet, because of course the Italian peninsula is a foot. Regardless of what everyone says, it's a foot kicking football. Kicking a football. And that is why Italy is quite good at football. I heard that they got through. They lost. They got through to the final of the European Cup final thing, European Cup thing. Lost 4-0 against Spain. I suppose that's 3-0 against Spain, was it? Which is a bit of a shame. You know, it would have been nice for them to have had something to recover them from their losses in Sicily and North Africa and stuff, but it wasn't to be. The last Italian player went out today in Wimbledon, Schiavone, very talented female tennis player. Fortunately, I'm not a massive fan of women's tennis. It's not that I'm anti-women, it's just that women are worse at tennis, so. The women's game is so much worse than the men's game right now, and I know it's the peak of, well, what they think is the peak of men's tennis. They don't think there's been an era which has been better than the tennis at the moment in the men's game. But the women's game is so much worse. It's just so inconsistent. Number 1 seed, the number 2 seeds always seem to lose. I mean, the exception being Serena Williams, and she's just recovered from some injuries right now, so... I'm hoping that this division won't be able to enter the battle, meaning that, yes, see, look, I reckon we wiped out a few divisions, maybe 6 or 7 infantry divisions now. So those are 6 or 7 less infantry divisions Germany will have to attack the Soviet Union, which is a good thing for me. It's another good thing for the Soviet Union as well. And talking about that, we're going to keep pushing. Definitely seem to have gained some momentum right now. We don't want to just lose it. So I'm going to start moving out my men out of Taranto, get another port. These are planes, so I'm slightly more concerned about I might just retreat if I have to. Going to check the range of my interceptors. I want to make sure that we're always in range. That we have a good range. We have a decent range here. I'm not overly concerned about that. And Malta, yeah, my tactical bombers are also very much in range. So again, it's good. We don't need to worry about air support. Definitely seem to have the air superiority right now. Some divisions here which are sort of juicy for an attack. So I'll start bombing them. I'm going to start bombing these guys as well. Going to keep moving our forces up. I'm going to try and keep the 9th Corps separate from the 6th Corps, just so my order of battle doesn't get quite so messed up as it did in North Africa. And lots of North Africa was just me sort of pushing forward, so I'm not overly concerned about that. We will let them fight this division here. Be nice to seize those woods. No, wrong order. I would like you to ground attack. Hostile planes are performing a port strike in Hull. They're bombing Hull. The bastards. That's horrible. So we're going to retreat to a safer port. We're going to retreat to Portsmouth. Portsmouth is further away and has some IC and stuff. But anyway, that's going to mark the end of this episode. Thanks for watching, guys. Goodbye.